This is breaking news from NBC 12.
That breaking news is happening right now in Mechanicsville. The Hanover Sheriff's Office is in the early stages of a death investigation. They found a body in this burning car. The fiery scene was at the BP gas station on Mechanicsville Turnpike. So that's where our Allison Norleon is live right now with a look at the situation out there and the details on what happened. Allison?
Well, Heather, police are keeping this entire area blocked off as they investigate that fire, that car fire that happened right behind me here at the BP gas station just hours ago. And the damage is extensive. I want you to take a look. You can see on the ground, this is the area where the car was. You can see the foam. That's a flame retardant that firefighters use to help put the fire out. And if my photographer pans up, you can see the fire extended here to the gas pipes, and it even extended all the way up to the BP gas station building. We received some incredible video from this fire from NBC 12 viewers overnight. I want you to take a look right now. You can see the smoke and the flames at the BP gas station. The gas station is on Mechanicsville Turnpike and Lee Davis Highway, right near Lee Davis High School. The fire department and EMS called to the scene around 11 o'clock. Police tell me a deputy driving by noticed the car fully engulfed. He was the one who called. And once fire crews were able to control the fire, they realized a person's body was in the back of that burning car. Here's that car after the fire was put out, completely charred. Back now live, investigators are working to find out who the person was in the back of that car, but luckily no firefighters or anyone else was hurt while they tried to put out this fire. But as of right now, you can see that the BP gas station is closed until further notice. This is obviously a developing story, and we'll continue to update you throughout the morning and, of course, on NBC12.com. For now, on your side in Mechanicsville, I'm Allison Norleon, NBC 12 News.
Allison, thanks. And we have even more breaking news this morning. Petersburg police need your help finding this elderly man. We're told that he needs his medication. Colleen Quigley is standing by in the First Alert Center with even more details. Colleen.
Yeah, Eric, I want to get right to this photo of Raymond Carl Parker. Come take a really close look at your screen. Petersburg police say Parker was last seen wearing a white T-shirt with a picture of children on it, blue jeans, and dark blue house slippers. Police say Parker walked away from his home on Commerce Street sometime between 2 and 2:30 yesterday afternoon, but police weren't notified until 7 yesterday evening. That's when officers launched an extensive search but couldn't find Parker. Now, Parker is reported to be in the beginning stages of Alzheimer's and hasn't taken his medication. So anyone with information, or if you've seen Parker, you're asked to call Petersburg Major Crimes Unit. The number's on the bottom of your screen, 804-400-2098. In the First Alert Center, I'm Colleen Quigley. Heather, over to you.
Yeah, we hope they find him very soon. Thanks, Colleen. Well, the off-ramp at 288 near Iron Bridge is back open for your morning commute. But just a few hours ago, crews shut it down after a driver overturned. Now, fortunately, no one was hurt, but Chesterfield police say that driver does face drunk driving charges. Eric?
It's 6:03 and traffic is flowing once again on Route 288, which is welcome news for many of you who travel that road for your morning commute. Overnight, a portion of the highway was shut down near Iron Bridge Road after extreme heat caused the road to buckle. Our Brent Solomon continues our team coverage on 288 now with a live look at how the situation is at the current time. Brent, good morning.
Good morning to you. Crews spent all night working to get this fixed, and because of their efforts, this is the result, a highway that is open once again, and it actually opened ahead of schedule. Extreme heat caused major problems yesterday, and with temperatures soaring again today, are we in for another round of problems this afternoon? VDOT says there's major multi-million-dollar resurfacing project happening on this stretch of road that should permanently fix the issues here as crews do some concrete patching, followed by laying asphalt a little later. Overnight, our cameras found workers hard at work, working to restore the roadway. Now, as soon as the road started to buckle right here on 288 yesterday, VDOT shut down all northbound lanes at Iron Bridge Road. That led to miles of delays. Crews then opened one lane later in the evening. Now all is clear, and we'll be watching throughout the day to make sure your drive is safe. On your side this morning, Brent Solomon, back to you.
And
And downtown commuters, we had construction that was going on overnight. 95 between Boulevard and Belvedere, everything opened a few moments ago. All lanes are open and traffic looks good right now. This is actually the southbound side of I-95 heading toward downtown. Nothing right now to slow you down. All the ramps are open. And let's take a look at your drive time forecast. Commuting in from Caroline County, I-95 southbound, if you're going from Ladysmith to Belvedere, right now, it will take you just about 33 minutes. And we have an update on the earlier accident in the Fredericksburg area. It was involving a tractor trailer. It just cleared southbound 95 just before you get to Route 3, and we are delay free getting through the area. This is the James River Air Sky View, and we're also problem free on the northbound side. Eric, back to you.
Tracy, thanks. Right now, a mandatory water restriction continues in Petersburg. It's all because of this water main break that happened on East Bank Street. Crews have been trying to get a handle on it since yesterday. Until they do, Petersburg residents are ordered not to water lawns and landscapes, and non-commercial car washing is also prohibited. The restrictions could last into today, depending upon how long it takes them to fix that break.
Well, it was a moment of unity in what has been a far more divided convention than the Republican convention last week. Michelle Obama brought delegates to their feet as she praised Hillary Clinton.
I want a president who will teach our children that everyone in this country matters. That is the kind of president that Hillary Clinton will be.
But outside the convention, dozens of Bernie Sanders supporters were taken into custody following a recent leak that the Democratic Party staffers worked for Hillary. So coming up at 6:45, you're going to hear what Sanders had to say on that recent leak and his message to his followers. So make sure to stick with NBC 12 all morning. After we wrap up, the Today Show, of course, will have complete coverage on the DNC.
6:07, breaking overnight and early morning. Henrico police pursuit ends after an officer spins the suspect's car into the woods. Our Colleen Quigley will tell you where it happened in the county after the break. But first, Andrew will have this humidity and about whether or not it'll ever come to an end. Andrew.
Yep, get that heat advisory yet again. Day 4 here of heat that'll be at 105 plus in terms of a feels like temperature this afternoon. It gets a little bit better as we head into the rest of the week, but not much. So we're going to help you prepare for what's to come. And we'll look at the numbers that outside right now are disgustingly humid. That forecast coming up in a moment.
All right, it is 6:10. It is it's our 4th day in a row of a First Alert Action Day. But you think this will be the last, although it's still going to be very hot.
We won't call it a First Alert Action Day tomorrow because we won't have the heat indices in the afternoon, 105 probably, but 104, 103. Yeah. I mean, it's not going to be a huge difference. And in a way, it gets worse the longer the heat sticks around.
Right.
The buildings warm up. How does it feel outside? Gross. I posted this on my Facebook page. I said it's a grossest morning that we've had in a long time. Hashtag gross. You know, it's just so humid and so warm. We've got a response from Melissa, who said gross is exactly the word I used when I stepped outside this morning. Blurg is what she said. So yeah, I don't know what blurg means, but I think it's like, blurg. Just look at it. It's just so warm, and we're talking to the crew on their way in. It's just really humid. Tappahannock 79, 77 in Louisa, Charlottesville 80. I think it's happened once or twice at the Richmond Airport that we've had an overnight low at 80 degrees. We barely got below it this morning to 79. So you're talking historical levels of warmth in the morning. Now that sets us up for a hot day into the afternoon, but it also sets you up for an uncomfortable morning if you're out working. Williamsburg 82, West Point's at 80. I mean, east of town it's at about 80 degrees. And I know there's some neighborhoods here and some folks that are watching that live in Hopewell, down toward the Tri-Cities, Petersburg, Ettrick, and you may not have air conditioning. This is when it starts to get dangerous. After a stretch of hot weather, the apartment or the home is heated up, and now you wake up, it's in the low 80s. So check on the folks that you know that don't have ACs. Dorey Park, 79. Verina, 78. It's 79 in Quinton. Forecast for today, the great picture here from Julie Stubblefield, a daytime high at 95. I don't think it rains this morning, but unlike previous days, we actually do think we're going to get some thunderstorms. Jim and Ross, we think, will be tracking some storms later today. There may be strong ones, but it's all about the heat. You're at 93, 94 plus straight through the heat of the afternoon. A 40% thunderstorm chance at about 5 o'clock, and the rain chance does not diminish as the sun goes down. I think later this evening, 11 o'clock, midnight. Jim might be on at 11 o'clock tonight with a few thunderstorms to track. After midnight, it'll be really warm and humid again. Maybe a couple degrees, I don't want to say cooler, maybe a couple degrees not as extreme as this morning, but starting somewhere in the mid-70s tomorrow. A little front nearby, that takes the edge off the extreme heat for D.C. That stationary boundary might slowly inch to the south today. That is a chance to spark thunderstorms for us. Storm Prediction Center has us highlighted here in the marginal risk. That's the lowest end severe weather threat, but it's right on top of Virginia into northern North Carolina. Damaging winds, localized flooding a possibility. I think most of the storms are going to be run-of-the-mill thunderstorms today, but a few of them could produce a lot of rain very quickly. Forecast highs in the mid-90s all over the place. Chincoteague about 91, but a crazy humid 91. Farmville could hit 97. So be ready to run the air conditioner yet again. Hour by hour forecast pops a few thunderstorms this afternoon. Here's 6 o'clock. Watch how even into the evening and into the overnight the thunderstorm chance continues. And that leaves us with another thunderstorm chance for tomorrow. We keep the rain chances coming as we head into the rest of the week. So brutal today, 95 this afternoon, but again this morning and midday, it's really hot and humid as well. Still humid, but not quite as extreme Wednesday through Friday. Each day brings an afternoon storm chance straight through the weekend. Low 90s this weekend. I think Monday drops into the mid 80s, so some hope, but another about 5 or 6 days of hot and humid weather. Tracy, over to you.
And downtown commuters, we have a breakdown. Northbound 95, right around Boulevard, here it is. And VDOT is on the scene right now. It's well off to the shoulder, but use caution if you travel through this area. Not really causing any backups. We are starting to pick up some volume in the area. For those of you that commute in from the south side, 95 northbound, in good shape right now. As you approach the Shaka Valley Bridge interchange, we're taking a look at the James River Air Sky View, and no delays coming off the Shako Bridge, merging with 95, and 95 in each direction, looking good right around Chamberlain and Belvedere. Back to the desk.
And breaking overnight, a wrong-way driver is facing charges this morning after leading police on a chase that ended in a crash involving a patrol car. Let's check in with Colleen Quigley in the First Alert Center, who has the latest. Colleen.
Yeah, Eric, I want you to take a look at some dramatic video we have of the aftermath of the crash as the driver is pulled from the woods. Now, this all began just before 1 a.m. when Henrico officers attempted to pull over a driver going the wrong way on West Laburnum near 195. That driver sped off and was heading towards I-64 when an officer did a maneuver with their squad car that caused the driver to spin out and crash into the woods near the ACA CSX train yard. Crews pulled the car out of the woods around 2:45 this morning. The Henrico police car has a little bit of damage, but nothing serious. And good news here, no one was hurt. Now, right now, that driver is facing felony eluding charges, but could be facing some other charges once the investigation is complete. In the First Alert Center, I'm Colleen Quigley.
Thanks, Colleen. Caught on camera, a thief has a hard time getting money from a cash register at a restaurant in St. Louis. Take a look at that. He's throwing it all over the floor. It just won't open. He repeatedly threw it down, hoping it would pop open. Officers say it finally worked, and he got some money out. If at first you don't succeed, try again. Heather.
All right, well, let's talk about an easier way to get money. We're going to talk about Social Security today. We're tapping into the mind of our financial expert, Craig Forbes, with Alpha Omega Wealth Management, because there are actually some things about Social Security benefits that many people don't know. You could actually be leaving some money on the table. These topics have already gotten all of us kind of talking about this. So we're going to play some true or false. Question 1, spouses who don't work very much, can they still collect part of their, I guess, spouse's Social Security?
Yes. You may come from anywhere, never have worked, come from another country, become a U.S. citizen, never have worked. If your spouse worked and you wait till at least age 62, you could draw potentially as much as up to half of what your spouse earned during their working years.
Very interesting. Okay, also true or false, if you're divorced or widowed, can you remarry, or when you remarry, how can that impact your Social Security benefits?
So spouse dies, you're still living, or you get divorced, you're still out there. Don't remarry until you're at least age 60. If you wait till then, till at least age 60, you can still collect a fair amount off of your prior spouse's income.
Right, if you want to wait that long
if you want to wait that long
right.
to remarry.
Okay, on question 3, so how much in benefits is potentially available for a survivor spouse?
So how much depends on when you actually begin to take the money. Again, you got to wait till at least age 60 to remarry. If you wait till your full retirement age, which nowadays tends to be around age 66, you might get as much as 100% of your prior spouse's income.
Wow.
due from Social Security.
Yeah, really interesting.
Yep.
Okay, thanks a lot, Craig. Craig will be back in a couple weeks to give us some more financial wisdom. And Eric, the lesson here is marry a really hard worker, right?
That's right. And don't do it according to love, do it according to timetable. Gotta be at least 60 to remarry. All right, thanks a lot, guys. No walls, no bathroom, but you do get a butler. Coming up in this morning's What's Trending, we will take you to the Swiss Alps, and we will have the latest problems on the roads, plus your dress for the weather forecast. All of that is straight ahead on 12 News Today. We are up to the minute you're up.
Well, trending now, you can stay in the middle of the Swiss Alps for just $250 a night. But there's a catch, Andrew.
They haven't finished building it? Where's the rest of the building?
This is it.
It's outdoors.
No walls.
Outdoor hotel.
No walls, no roof, disconnected, no TV, you know.
I'm okay with the no TV.
Yeah.
No Wi-Fi. The roof, now, if the weather is good, this to me seems like something that would be fun. It's good. So I can't see in the picture. Where's the bathroom? Tell me,
You have about a 10-minute walk to the closest loo.
Oh, now we've got a problem.
10 minutes. So, like, what happens if you have to go in the middle of the night?
Right.
You know, those
so
late nights?
That would be a problem.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, I don't. Now, for a lot of men out there, they would maybe not
They
do
can
the
handle
full.
it.
Not the full 10-minute walk, if you know what I'm saying.
Right.
But that could potentially be a deal breaker for me that the bathroom's 10 minutes away. But are people staying there?
That's what I was going to say. Would you? Tracy yelled no. What about you?
Tracy speaks for my wife. I think the answer for me is no.
Yeah.
Based on the fact that my wife would probably be like, no, 10 minutes is too far.
Think of the starry nights, though, that you can see.
10-minute walk.
That's their thing, the stars.
You lay in bed and just look up
10-minute
at the
walk
stars.
in the middle of the night through the Swiss mountains for the restroom. Deal breaker, not
Are
happening.
there bears there?
Andrew, I think you made a good point. Would you walk 10 minutes is the question.
That's what I'm saying, but in certain situations, you have to. So we're
TMI.
all right.
I call TMI.
Too much information. Let's go to weather, guys. So hey, you don't want to be outside. Camping, plenty of good camping spots available around the Commonwealth now. When you go camping in the middle of the night, sometimes you get hit with this. Just a brutal night. Temperature did not drop below the upper 70s. We've had, I think, 1 or 2 times in Richmond's history when the low has been 80 degrees plus, and we're one off it. It has been historically warm in the overnight. Very hard to cool yourself off in a situation like that. Charlottesville at 80 right now. Louisa 77. Super low comfort index again. Extremely hot and humid. Heat and humidity and a thunderstorm chance provide for another 1 out of 10. If you're someone who's working outside today, I feel for you. Do your best to stay cool. Wear not a whole lot of your summer gear. You want to try to cool off. Molly's got the right idea here. Dipping into the pool, wearing the floppy hat, trying to stay cool. EVB sponsors that segment each and every day. Okay, today, unlike yesterday, little chance at a strong thunderstorm. No tornadoes or hail today, but we think a slow-moving storm might produce a flooding thunderstorm, a little localized flooding maybe, and maybe a downpour that could produce some high winds. So today the forecast goes to 95. Yesterday was 96. But it's not going to be a day without rain. I think there will be some thunderstorms today. We've got a 40% chance. It's 4 o'clock through about 10, or maybe 3 through about 10. In fact, there's even a chance at a thunderstorm holding on till about 11 or midnight. Here's the 10 o'clock forecast. Some showers and storms out there. This is much needed. It has been very dry lately. And so rain not only provides some relief from the heat, but also could help the soil and the farmers out. It's been dry. So thunderstorms developing later today as a high temperature hits 95. And boy, Tracy, it is hot out there now. Let's check the road, see how we're doing.
Yes, it is. And for those of you that travel into Dinwiddie, we have a major traffic alert. We're getting reports of all lanes being blocked along Interstate 85 southbound, right around the McKinney exit. We'll try to find out what's going on, and we'll have the best detour for you. 85 southbound at the McKinney exit, which is Route 40. All travel lanes are blocked off. And for those of you that commute along 288, all lanes are open right now on the northbound side at Route 10. Yesterday, the road buckled, but all lanes are open for your morning commute northbound, and we're looking good on the southbound side of 288. And for those of you that drive along 95 in Chesterfield, this is how traffic looks right now at the Route 288 exit. Taillights are going northbound, heading in toward the city. And right now, we're in good shape right now from Petersburg heading in toward Richmond. It will take about 21 minutes going 95 northbound from the Crater Road exit to the Downtown Expressway. Back to the desk.
Thanks. And we continue to follow breaking news in Mechanicsville. Crews battled a massive fireball at a gas station.
After firefighters got it under control, a body was discovered in a burned car. Coming up, how amazing viewer video led our crews right to the scene.
And Bernie Sanders supporters are causing chaos at the Democratic National Convention following a leak that the party was working against their candidate. Next at 6:30, his message to his supporters and what we can expect to happen on day 2.